Hello everybody, we're back once again with the Galaxy playing the last of their three-game road trip as they take on Toronto FC. But first, let's take a look back at the highlights with Eric the Portuguese Hammer at our first game, a 1-1 draw with Minnesota. Eric, what'd you see?
Well, you saw a Minnesota team that was hungry. They were looking, had this game circled. First time they've seen the Galaxy since the last playoff meeting. So they definitely wanted to show the Galaxy something here. So you definitely saw with the way that they fought in the first half.
Yeah, this was a tale of two halves. The Galaxy looking pretty good in the first half. Minnesota looking pretty good in the second half. You saw Pipo Gonzalez there a little bit earlier missing, and then in the 77th minute, Minnesota able to get on the board behind a Molino goal. A little bit of a breakdown in defending there for the Galaxy, and all of a sudden it's 1-0.
Yeah, and late in the game, you thought that was it. It was all over, and then in the 88th minute, a little bit of magic from the goal scorer, Javier. Chicharito Hernandez was able to sneak one in right on the near post and able to salvage a point on the road for the LA Galaxy as they kick off their road trip.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty good way to start the road trip. 1-1 on the road to Minnesota United. A late equalizer there, so all things looked pretty good as they headed a little bit towards their midweek game with the Philadelphia Union. And obviously you can see the match stats there. We talked about it being back and forth, 50-50 on possession. That all makes sense. The Philadelphia Union, however, a little bit hotter than the LA Galaxy coming into this. Obviously playing at home. It was midweek, short rest, not a lot of rotation for Guillermo Barros-Schelotto, and a good chance here early in the first half from Sebastian Lletget, little right-footed shot. But it is Andre Blake, and Andre Blake's going to be big in this game as well, making the save.
Yeah, it seemed like it was, the recipe not for success. The opposite there, midweek game, short day rest, going away on a road trip. And so, they were able to get a few chances, but unfortunately they weren't able to walk away with that one chance that they really needed the most.
Yeah, David Bingham coming up big, sort of a theme so far in the games we've watched. David Bingham forcing lots of saves. And here's another great save from Bingham, full stretch left-handed, able to push the ball out and around the bar. So it looked like perhaps the Galaxy could get a 0-0 draw out of this, not a lot in the offensive zone. But all that sort of goes a little bit by the wayside as we get a little bit into this. A good defensive move here from Christian Pavone. That's who that guy is. We know what his name is. A good defensive move there.
Again, he did get a haircut. He got his hair bleached blonde, so I understand it's difficult to pick him out of the crowd there.
It is, but here's where the Galaxy defense breaks down. An easy goal and from close range, just outside the 6-yard block, so you're not going to miss from too much there. Not much David Bingham could do, but that was the winner right there, 1-0 for the Philadelphia Union. So the LA Galaxy now looking ahead to a game with Toronto FC, as we're getting ready to show that. And you said, this is really the one that they needed to win. Again, short rest on everything, a Wednesday game, a Sunday game. Weather conditions not exactly ripe for the LA Galaxy here, but we'll see what they can do as they try to get a win. No wins so far on this 3-game road trip, and we always knew it was going to be tough, Eric. But we'll see what the Galaxy have up their sleeve in this game.
And, players will tell you in the locker room, anytime that you lose a match, you want to get back on the field as soon as possible. So this is where the short rest may come on their favor. They may have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder and have something to prove against Toronto FC.
Yeah, and obviously highlighting Pozuelo here, a dangerous attacker if there ever has been one. The number 10, obviously you have to worry about Josie Altidore as well. So the LA Galaxy will certainly have their hands full as they take on Toronto FC, and a little bit of rain here in what looks like is a beautiful city skyline shot there of Toronto. We get the starting lineup here for Toronto FC. Any surprises there?
No surprises, but again, I just want to highlight, we highlighted it in the preseason when Toronto FC came to Dignity Health Sports Park. Omar Gonzalez is there on the back line, a little alumni for the LA Galaxy, so we'll see if he plays with a little extra fire today against his former club.
And Eric, Guillermo Barros-Schelotto, really the big question was how much squad rotation would there be? And what was the answer to that, Eric?
The answer is very little. I mean, we did see Daniel Stairs finally get his starting spot back. Nick DePew, I think after that international friendly against Zlatan Ibrahimovic, almost blanked on our Zlatan there. Nick DePew had a difficult time, so Stairs kind of took that opportunity to take his starting spot back. But other than that, midfield remains unchanged with Lletget, Kleshchin, and Dos Santos in the triangle there.
Don't worry about forgetting Zlatan's name. He has $300 million on a private island. So
I was going to say, you know who didn't forget Zlatan? It's João Pedro. So I highly recommend you look up his interview.
And we're ready to kick off now. Toronto FC with the kickoff, and we're underway. A little rooster tails behind the ball as the LA Galaxy look for their first win on this difficult 3-game road trip that they've been on.
Michael Bradley.
Yeah, someone we didn't mention in the pregame was Michael Bradley. Again, the big three of Pozuelo, Altidore, and Bradley. So, a little bit further along in age, but still someone you got to watch out for on the other side of the ball.
Absolutely. Big key for the LA Galaxy will be controlling the midfield, Eric. We always talk about it. It's always an important point, something that you want to see. And then, obviously, it's the connection to Chicharito. You saw in the Minnesota game able to find him with Emil Cuello coming on late in the second half and being able to sort of connect there with Chicharito. But how much can Christian Pavón influence that, and how much room can Chicharito find, obviously being marked by a former LA Galaxy player, Omar Gonzalez there?
Yeah, and again, you saw it there. The game plan remains unchanged. Attack down the wing and then send the crosses in. Fortunately, not a great cross from Felcher. Was that Felcher or Katai earlier? Didn't find anybody.
I think it might have been Katai.
Yeah, so again, not finding anybody, just playing into space. Again, they got to be a little bit more mindful when they put those crosses in. Look for a body.
Michael Bradley.
Some good possession now from Toronto FC as they build up. It's really about the LA Galaxy to be able to defend on those wings and not allow too much space. Whereas I think, Eric, you would say that the Galaxy can't rely on the crosses to find what we'll call a shorter or diminutive Chicharito here. You can say the opposite is true sort of from Toronto FC, who have a guy like Josie Altidore, who is a target.
Yeah. And again, the physicality, I think, is going to come into play. I think Daniel Stairs and Pipo Gonzalez have their work cut out to stay with Josie physically.
It's been all Toronto early, which you would expect from a team that's playing at home in front of their home fans. And the LA Galaxy, again, on the third game of their 3-game road trip here. The legs are a little bit tired. Travel's started to creep in a little bit, and so hopefully you can see something from this LA Galaxy team as Christian Pavón tears down that left-hand side.
Good run towards the near post.
Again, you like the link up between Chicharito and Pavón there.
But he couldn't hold it. Cuts it out nicely.
Yeah, for me, I always want to see a more driven ball into the box there. A little bit too easy for the Toronto keeper to handle. But the LA Galaxy doing well to pressure and looking for that turnover deep inside that Toronto zone.
Michael Bradley.
And like you said, at the third game of a third-game road trip, the Galaxy, maybe the legs are a little bit tired, so they're going to have to pick their moments on the counterattack because it seems to be all Toronto here.
In early.
Oof.
And a huge save from David Bingham. We've told you he made some great saves in games 1 and 2 in this. Josie Altidore wide open there. Dan Steres caught near post watching. Altidore had all the room. A huge save over the bar from David Bingham.
And that's all reflexes there. Again, you could talk about the athleticism of David Bingham at times, but right there, that was a completely reflex save.
Yeah, I think 9 times out of 10 you'd expect Josie Altidore to score from there. Maybe not the best position ball, but still something for David Bingham to pull out of his hat there.
Oh.
And on the resulting corner kick and the resulting possession, you have Pozuelo finding a left-footed ball past David Bingham. Just too slow from the LA Galaxy for me, Eric. Not enough push out, not enough attacking the ball. There seems to be a lot of standing around, and obviously the reset on the corner. But, I mean, Pipo Gonzalez doesn't follow Pozuelo all the way across the goal either.
Yeah, with the corner, you would think, a little bit of man marking. They did opt for the passes there. They allowed Toronto to do it. And then, if you leave Pozuelo alone in the box, boom goes the dynamite. It's going to explode.
Yeah, I was going to say Pozuelo, definitely 9 out of 10 dentists didn't recommend his healthcare regimen there if you saw the close-up. We'll see how that unfolds in the second half. But the LA Galaxy now down a goal, 1-0. Looking to possibly even this score up. And remember, there's a long way to go in this game still, just 24 minutes into this match. The Galaxy have had some good looks, but again, Eric, nothing sustained. And I think if we've seen anything on this road trip so far, it's been a lack of offense from the LA Galaxy.
Again, that match against Minnesota, they did show that they have the ability to be the comeback kid. So, you can never count them out. That's a good thing to have that fight. But at the same time, you don't want to put yourself in those positions too many times. A wise man once said, don't peak too soon. So, again, if Toronto is scoring early, that leaves the door open for the Galaxy to answer in the first half and in the second half.
26th-minute corner for the LA Galaxy. A great ball actually headed down, and it looked like a foot save there from Omar Gonzalez. So a ball that looked possibly destined for the back corner there cleared out instead by Toronto FC. Maybe a little unlucky for the Galaxy, but a good chance that was generated there.
And again, it's on the corner. It seems to be the set pieces where the Galaxy are having success.
Again, we're seeing more and more Toronto possession, as you'd expect from their home, but at the same time, you want to see the LA Galaxy take a little bit of pressure off, but that pressure is continuing.
Yeah, again, we talked about the squad rotation with Guillermo in starting this lineup. Rolf Feltscher looking a little bit tired on the wing there. You have to think, on the third game of a road trip, do you want to give your youngsters an opportunity, someone like a Julian Araujo, to take a starting spot? So we'll see how that pans out for the rest of the game.
Corner for Toronto after that Bingham save on Pozuelo, and a header that sails over, so the Galaxy dodge a little bit of a bullet as Omar Gonzalez found some space in the center. For me, too much room for the Toronto attackers, even on the set pieces, Eric. The marking's not tight enough. There doesn't seem to be enough energy within this, and then Toronto gets another corner kick out of this, their second in a row.
Yeah, and if Christian Pavone is the one heading those clear, that's not what you want to see if you're an LA Galaxy fan.
Galaxy able to clear their lines a little bit, but Sebastian Lletget knocks the ball out at another Toronto throw-in. Hoping to see a little bit of pressure broken here for the LA Galaxy, a little bit of possession, because you can see Chicharito at the top of your screen there. He's not doing much.
And all by his lonesome. Right now, it looks like the Galaxy are in survival mode. Not a lot moving forward. And, of course, the comment of curse. As soon as I say that, Feltscher makes a break forward.
I was going to say Feltscher leading out the attack, not something you want to see, but it has been on the occasion on that right-hand side. Katai now taking over and dribbling towards that corner a little bit, and a cross in towards Chicharito. But, again, that type of cross to Chicharito just isn't going to find a ton of success.
Yeah, especially when you have the numbers in the box. Kleshtin looked like he was open. Could have had something short and work it in. Again, seems to be the force into Chicharito, even though they were successful in catching his head there. But Chicharito, again, not able to get his full force behind that.
Yeah, pretty easy save there, although the ball did actually find Chicharito. I think you have to sort of look at the defense on that one and question how you let a guy of Chicharito's size get to that ball. Little misplay there.
Well, broken clock is right 2 times a day, so it looks like they were able to squeeze one through.
That's right. A little turnover in possession now. Again, the LA Galaxy need something from Christian Pavone. You've seen a little bit of him here and there, but nothing major, certainly.
Yeah, also a quiet day from Jonathan Dos Santos. Again, usually he's as he goes, the LA Galaxy goes, so I would like to see him get a little bit more involved in the game.
Oh, inside, left-footed shot. There it is. Josie Altidore doubles the lead for Toronto FC. Not what you wanted to see for the LA Galaxy. 2-0 in the first half, just 43 minutes into this match, and the Galaxy have looked outclassed, outplayed, and certainly have looked tired on their third game of 3 here. Not the way that you wanted to come into the Sunday match there, Eric.
Yeah, Pozuelo and Altidore, we talked about them before the game, and of course those are the 2 players who strike in the first half. If the Galaxy want anything going, they're going to have to start pressuring those players a little bit more than they are now.
Josie Altidore showing his strength on that as well, being able to muscle off. I believe that was Pipo Gonzalez there. Fire a left-footed shot. I think that's an off-foot for Josie Altidore, beating David Bingham. Strangely enough, both came from left-footed shots, both from about the same position, and it's 2 goals for Toronto FC. The Galaxy need to get a lot of work done, and as we've seen so far in this first half, Eric, there just doesn't seem to be much there.
Yeah, you have to think at this point, do you want to stop the bleeding? Is going for a win here, or do they just want to come out of here not being embarrassed? Because right now, all signs go to this being almost a blowout.
Cameron Barros-Schelotto always keeps the pedal down, Eric. You know that, I know that. We'll see if the Galaxy can at least find one. If you can get one at this point. As they say, 2-0 is one of the most dangerous scores in all of soccer. But at halftime, it's 2-0 down for the LA Galaxy. Toronto FC absolutely dominating that. 2 great shots from Toronto FC to make it 2-0. So with 45 minutes down and 45 minutes to go, the LA Galaxy down 2-0 to a very good and very concentrated Toronto FC here in the rain. What needs to change for the LA Galaxy here, Eric, as we go through a little bit of highlights from that first half?
Yeah, I mentioned it. Quiet day from Dos Santos, quiet day from Pavone. I think that link up in the midfield between Leggett, Dos Santos, and Kleshin, and then sending their players on the wing and not necessarily forcing the cross, but building up and getting something going in the box.
We saw Altidore's great header there. I mean, when you go back and look at this half, it really could be 3 or 4-0 to Toronto FC. There's no offense being generated. Chicharito is on the island, probably a different island than Zlatan. Zlatan probably doesn't let Chicharito go to his island. But the LA Galaxy needs something out of their goal scorer, but the service has not been there. I think he's only touched the ball 2 or 3 times tonight.
Yeah, and then that's, you have to start asking those questions. Is a formation change something that's going to be needed in the future? Because Chicharito really is on an island all on his own, and he doesn't have the $300 million in his bank account that Zlatan has touted around.
That's right. Another good save there by David Bingham. Not much you can really claim is a problem for him. Bingham has been sharp all night. The 2 goals that went by him are both short-range goals, and we're going to see, I think, the second one here from Josie Altidore, who just muscles Pipo Gonzalez off the ball, beats him to the ball, and then fires a laser of a left shot to the near post. Again, like I said, both shots going near post, both from left-footed shots from about the same place, so it's 2-0 to Toronto FC at halftime. And there's the big thing. Look at that possession number there, Eric. 63-37, 60-40 split there, and that's not a way to be successful if you're the LA Galaxy. Let's see. No changes for Guillermo Barros-Schelotto as we get the second half underway. Water still heavily on the field as we're running through showers here in Toronto. It's all about the LA Galaxy trying to find just a little bit of momentum, even if they can't get the score back level, Eric. You want to see them have something that they can take through the rest of this week that can give them a little bit of a positive to take from what has been a very stressful and a very long road trip so far.
Yeah, we're going to see what they can do in the next 45 minutes if they can get something going and at least have, at the very least, a moral victory. It's going to be a very long flight home. We know they're using one of their charter flights on this flight back from Toronto.
Giancarlo Gonzalez.
A little bit better passing here by the LA Galaxy. Some good build-up.
Again, with the wet ball and the wet conditions, nice ball control there by the midfield.
Gonzalez. Jonathan Dos Santos.
You'd really like to see Sasha Kleshin find a ball that he can make a move on as he finds Christian Pozuelo out there wide to the left, and a good pass into Jonathan Dos Santos. We've been talking about him being a little more active, and a good header and off the post. How does that not go in?
Oof, did everything right there. Pavone, a little razzle-dazzle on the outside, losing his defender, and Chicharito being at the right place at the right time. Unlucky to hit the post, and where it hit the post to not have it go in, really unfortunate.
Yeah, that's one of those, how does the ball not go in? Galaxy still trying to keep that pressure up, but Toronto's able to break now, and the counterattack fully on for Toronto FC. Yeah,
we mentioned it. Guillermo Barros-Schelotto always having the foot down on the pedal, and that's where it could bounce against them. Again, putting all those players forward leaves them susceptible on the counter, which it looks like Toronto's doing here.
And a dangerous cross in there as the Galaxy scrambled to get the ball back outside. But it does follow to Christian Pavone, and now Sebastian Leggett. And Leggett leading out to a very interested there Alexander Katai, who has been showing a little bit more in recent weeks that he is 90-minute fit and that he can go the distance here for the LA Galaxy.
While he is 90-minute fit, he wasn't quite as fast as Chicharito anticipated him to be on that pass. Not quite enough from Chicharito.
Saw Dan Steres get planted into the ground like a tulip there. He's fine. He bounces back up. No foul on the play, but a wayward pass there going forward, looking for Alexander Katai against a Toronto defense that is definitely set up. There's another Piatti in this league. That's really what you should take away from Pablo Piatti.
Intercepted here.
It's a dream come true. One Piatti out, another Piatti in. MLS keeping their Piatti coefficient right where it needs to be.
David Bingham showing off the foot skills. He's just bored back there at this point. Which he shouldn't be, because he's about to be peppered from another shot from Toronto FC, but a good break up there. I think it was by Pipo Gonzalez.
Yeah, again, if Altidore goes through, he was all alone. So, again, nice defending to stand up and get in between the ball there.
Again, if you just look at this formation, though, Eric, there's no room for Chicharito to operate, and the Galaxy certainly can't find him the ball. It takes the 1-2 passes through to try to help, and that was better with Jonathan Dos Santos breaking through the top line there, trying to find a little bit way through.
Yeah, it still seems like they're continuing to force those crosses. Again, in this opportunity, oof. And
Another
the penalty
good one.
spot, yeah. Again, the ball was where you wanted it to be, on the floor. Just no one there to convert.
That was a better cross. That's what you're looking for. Everything there was pretty much perfect except for a finish somewhere.
I will say, Pavone in this second half is really showing it. You can tell the effort he's putting the team on his back here in the second half.
Yeah, he's fighting for everything. He doesn't like this scoreline. A little bit of a combination there for left back and left midfield as we get our first sub for the LA Galaxy. Sebastian Lletget comes off for Emil Cuello, who has been getting some increased playing time on this road trip.
Again, that's something that you'd like to see from Cuello. You know, Barros Schelotto really seems to have taken a liking to him. Seems to be that go-to sub, that spark, earning the confidence from his manager.
Well, it will be a throw-in.
A good tackle there by Insua on the left-hand side. He's been active here in this second half, certainly getting up the line, combining him with Pavone a little bit. But he's going to be put under the test a little bit as Toronto does attack down that right-hand side towards him.
Promising forward play from them again.
Toronto now, Eric, gaining a little bit more possession after the Galaxy had a little bit of a flourish and a little bit of possession to maybe scare the goal once or twice.
Yeah, you hate to say it, but it seems like, Bradley off the post there. Could have been 3-0. Very fortunate not to be 3-0. The Galaxy seemed like they made their push in the second half, and it seems like they may be out of gas at this point. They weren't able to walk away with that goal, and now it's just going to be about getting out of here in these last 10 minutes.
Perry Kitchen coming on for Sasha Kleshin, who looks exhausted. About 10 minutes left in this, bringing in the defensive midfielder. Certainly is just throwing up the white flag for Guillermo Barros Schelotto. Or does Perry Kitchen have some offensive chops nobody knows about?
Yeah. Also looks like Kleshin had a little bit of a knock there as he limped off the field.
Counting down.
Galaxy trying to build through the middle with Alexander Katai tucking all the way into the center.
It's time for the substitutes, I think, and the substitution for the home team here.
Cuello playing at that number 10 spot right now. Needs a lot of the ball. Sebastian Lletget had a couple chances, but was fairly quiet. Again, you could say for most of the players on this field, it's been a pretty quiet night.
Room now out on the wing.
Yeah, if something magical is going to happen in the next 6 minutes, it's going to have to be off of the feet of Cuello and Kitchen.
Well, it looks like the LA Galaxy win a free kick here, a foul. I believe it's the first foul of the game, just 86 minutes into this contest. The LA Galaxy will have a little bit of a chance for a set piece as Josie Altidore gets his curtain call. He scored the goal. He did his job. It's 2-0 Toronto with Jonathan Dos Santos setting up about 40 yards away from goal.
Yeah, and with the first foul coming in the 86th minute, Kevin Stott, you got to say, whenever the referee's not a storyline in the game, that's a successful game for the ref.
It certainly seems that way. Jonathan Dos Santos with a screaming low cross that had no one searching for that. I don't know if that was the ball. I don't know if that was the weather. I don't know if that was Jonathan Dos Santos, but nobody on the same page there.
Michael Bradley.
Final minutes here, Eric. Just about 3 minutes of regular time and some stoppage time left. The LA Galaxy not really threatening Toronto anymore. Is it time to shut it all down, or is there still a chance that you could possibly get a goal here?
Yeah, I put a toaster strudel in the toaster right now, so I'm just waiting on that, and then I'm ready to call it a night.
I think that's probably a good option at this point. There's Michael Bradley in short sleeves in Toronto in the wet rain. He's got to be chilly.
Is the rain wet?
Yeah, the rain is wet. That's what I've heard. Just 2 minutes left now in stoppage time for the LA Galaxy, and this one's going to be all over, and it's certainly going to be, I don't know, I'd call a disastrous sort of end to a 3-game road trip that saw the LA Galaxy go winless on this, Eric.
Yeah, I think, at the end of the day, you want a point on the road, so, maybe you squeeze one win, and if you got 3 points out of those 3 games, you'd be happy with it. But 1 point out of 3 games is just not going to be good enough, and it's going to be detrimental to where they stand in the Western Conference heading back.
Yeah, that was after two successive wins during the league play that the LA Galaxy were able to pull off at home. So maybe this really is a home team for the LA Galaxy this year as the final whistle is blown, because they're not a road team at this point, Eric. I don't know what they are, but a road trip of 0 wins 2 losses and 1 draw. So like you said, just 1 point from 3 games is a difficult way to finish this off. I'm sure we're going to see some highlights of this game, Eric, but maybe a little bit unlucky not to find a goal for the LA Galaxy, but at the same time, when you look at the offense that they tried to generate, there just wasn't a lot there.
Yeah, I think with the transfer window coming to a close shortly, I think Dennis Teclosa and Guillermo Barros-Schelotto have to realize that they're going to need a little bit more depth, some more pieces to add to this LA Galaxy team, because as constructed, they've shown that they're not able to compete with some of the higher quality teams in the league.
Yeah, there really is a depth issue here as we look at Josie Altidore just missing a great David Bingham stop, by the way. David Bingham has quietly, Eric, been one of the better LA Galaxy players so far in this young season. And here we see Pozuelo with the left-footed shot from just outside the box that beats David Bingham there to the near post. Some bad marking, I would say, by Gonzalez there. And there's Pozuelo with that broken tooth sort of smile there.
Yeah, if you are going to be critical of Bingham, which I have been at times, is allowing the ball to go in on the near post. But again, with the distance, he trusts his defenders to cover up that ground, and he really is covering the part of the net that is going to be more susceptible. So that'd be my one critique, is trying to cover up that near post just a little bit better.
David Bingham have a new haircut that I didn't know about?
He's actually usually keeps that haircut nice and high and tight on the sides.
And there's the second goal from Toronto FC. Again, a little breakdown on the defense side there. People Gonzalez not able to get over, and it was a left-footed shot by Josie Altidore. Galaxy did hit the post a couple times, got some close shots there, but as we look at it, the LA Galaxy just not good enough. It was 7 shots to 3 shots for in total for Toronto FC. Possession 52-48, so the Galaxy much better on possession in the second half, but again, just nothing there whenever you look at it. Only, let's see, shots on target, I think just 1 for the LA Galaxy, so not much that we could really see there. All right, Eric, anything else you want to sort of put on before we close this one up?
Again, just a little too late for the LA Galaxy, and my toaster strudel is ready, so I do have to get going.
Absolutely. Well, what we're going to do is go ahead and replay those 2 games that you missed, and you're more than welcome to hang out and watch those games, a draw with Minnesota, and then, of course, a 1-0 loss to Philadelphia. So hang out, watch those games as those go up. But for Eric the Portuguese Hammer, I'm Josh Pato Guessman, and you've been watching us right here on Corner of the Galaxy's coverage of FIFA and the LA Galaxy.
Do not want him to be left isolated, otherwise this formation will not work.
And this is how LA Galaxy line up for this game. It's a real group mentality in this lineup about pressing the opposition into making mistakes and cashing in on it straight away.
Well, it takes a lot of energy, a lot of motivation. It's easy to drop off, and when you do drop off that really aggressive closing down, that's when it can fall down.
Thank you for joining us. Now get ready for a great match.
Well, this could be a terrific contest, and it's underway now. Alonso. Michael Boxall. Alonso. Osvaldo Alonso. He's got some room out there. Players trying to attack the cross. Not a great cross, really, for the goalkeeper. An easy piece of work. Insua. Here's Christian Pavon. Emiliano Insua. Spotted that well and intercepted. Alonso. Michael Boxall. Osvaldo Alonso. Not a threat at the moment, but they have got the ball, and that, I suppose, is a threat. A good run towards the near post. Catching practice, indeed, for the goalkeeper here from that poor cross. Hernandez. Katai. And the ball glued to his boots, it seems. Excellent work. Dos Santos. Continue to knock the ball around, looking for the opening. Jonathan Dos Santos. And this is a good opportunity to put the ball into the penalty area now. Saw the pass coming and got there first. Well, they've gone and won the ball in the middle of the field with some high-pressure play. Difficult for the defender against a player who wants to take him on like this. Katai. Held off the opponent well. Now the possibility for a cross. And that tackle has got him the ball. Very confident, even in his own defensive third, to keep the ball. The referee has blown and he's given the free kick. He screened the ball well there. Alonso. He'll feel good about that. A really strong and clean tackle. Holding it up nicely. Good position for the cross. Only partially away from danger. Dos Santos. Pavon. Certainly playing well enough to get their noses in front here. Here's Christian Pavon. This does look promising. But the cross could come in here. Sharp in the tackle. It'll be a throw now. Insua. Pavon. Jonathan Dos Santos. And that's really the way to get the ball out of the danger zone. Alonso. Osvaldo Alonso. Now Daniel Steres. Jonathan Dos Santos. Emiliano Insua. And the forward could be played in. It was a lovely pass. Cleared away by the defender. Capara. Alonso.
Well, as we can see, there's not much at all to choose between these two teams in terms of possession. You do wonder if one of these teams can make the difference in the remainder of this match.
In front of goal. No real trouble for the goalkeeper. Gonzalez. Katai. That's out, this'll be a throw. Osvaldo Alonso. Looking to attack the cross in numbers. They'll be annoyed with the cross because it was the goalkeeper's ball all the way. Ikapara. Opara. Makes a challenge here. A chance to play it into the centre now. And the defender tidies that up. On the front foot now, they've got a corner, hoping for the goal that will put them in the lead. And in it goes. There's a chance, really, of getting into a scoring position then, but anything but. He's got a chance to cross. Striding forward, purposefully. It's a good hit. Well, that is half-time, and the score is 0-0 here. Well, I think we both really respect the amount of effort that's gone into this first half, but whatever they've tried, both teams, it hasn't really come off.
It hasn't. Surprised at that. A lack of quality from players that are actually better.
Well, this could be a terrific contest, and it's underway now. Referee just checking everything is in order, and he blows for the second half to start. Jonathan Dos Santos. Here's Christian Pavon. Here's Jonathan Dos Santos. I think the wide man's got a chance here. There's space out near the touchline. That's too deep a ball for his teammates trying to get it in front of goal. There's a deflection, it's a corner. Corner swung in, no real challenge to the defender from that cross. Offside, the officials clearly in agreement, and that's a straightforward offside decision. Qatar. It's good work, this, as they chase a go-ahead goal. It's a real opportunity to get it into the middle. He's got out there quickly and stopped the ball coming in. Put the corner in the middle, only partially away from danger, and the ball knocked away long. Now he can cross it, so they can regroup now at a goal kick.
It's been a dire game so far, but the fans entertaining themselves with this Mexican wave.
Alonso. Read the play well. And the away team want to make a change. Now Daniel Steres. Great interception. Patiently building up. Can whip it in now. They're coming in at the near post for the cross. Important touch from the defender there. Going forward with real purpose now. Maybe took his eye off the ball. And on the home bench, a substitute is clearly getting ready to come on. Here's Christian Pavon. Well, they've got the opposition on the back foot with this break. They're coming at them with numbers. Dos Santos. Javier Hernandez coming into the penalty area now. That's a very weak cross from a very good position. Stopping the pass getting through with a good piece of anticipation. Javier Hernandez. Keeper called into action and ready for it. Well, both sides are going to make changes now. In goes the corner. Oh, it's off the bar! Dos Santos. Certainly playing well enough to get their noses in front here. Corner. And here's a possibility of making a chance to go in front. In goes the corner. Room for the cross. It's a deep cross towards the back post. Super header, narrowly wide.
Yeah, the goalie was rooted to the spot there.
Well, they're going to start from the back because it's a back pass to the keeper. I see a substitute coming on for the away team here. Osvaldo Alonso. Now it goes into the wider areas where they've got a winger waiting. Has to be! Well, the opposition must have thought they were holding out, but it's a good goal past them. And the opposing manager will be worried now because his team were basing their game on shutting out the opposition. Well, that's failed. And the manager of the team that scored would be delighted. He'd be wondering whether it would come. Well, it has come belatedly, but it might be enough. You have to be there to score it, and he ran in and got his reward, just couldn't miss.
No, it was the poacher's effort. The final finish wasn't difficult, but to get there, it took a little bit of instinct.
And that has opened the scoring. 1-0 here.
Minnesota United, number 7, Kevin Molino.
Some players limbering up for the away team. Substitution in the offing. Plenty of space out wide, and they're going to use it. Well, there's still time to hit back in this game, and they're going to try and do it with a substitute. Can they hang on to this one-goal lead? The fans are trying to play their part in it happening.
Yeah, and it's the approach that the home team take that will be important. Do you go on and push for another, or just try and hold what you have?
And they've got a man out wide. He's got good support in the middle if he gets his cross in. Impressive in possession, passing's good, possibly dangerous. Cut out the pass. Now Daniel Steres. We're down now to the last 6 minutes. Dos Santos. Pavon. Insua. Well defended, not just getting across, he thought quickly as well.
The chance for the equaliser. And there it is! Well, I'm not sure I could have seen that coming, but it's game on now. Well, I thought he'd got enough on it there, Martin. I thought he'd done enough to save it.
Well, here's the goal again. It is level. Both sides have scored here now. We're down now to the final 2 minutes of the 90. We have got 4 added minutes.
Yeah, and there's a sense of anticipation within this ground. They think they've got a decent enough chance now to do the necessary.
They're looking for a winner still as the clock runs down. They've gone wide, chance to get the ball in the box. In with a chance. Oh, great work by the keeper. Alonso. Maybe he'll cross it here. Absolutely imperative now that they get this corner right. In goes the corner. Not able to take full advantage of a good position. Referee blows to end the 90 minutes. Well, this could be a terrific contest, and it's underway now. Keeper called into action and ready for it. Well, both sides are going to make changes now. Room for the cross. Super header, narrowly wide.
Yeah, the goalie was booted to the spot there.
Opposition must have thought they were holding out, but it's a good goal past them, and the opposing manager will be one. And there it is!
Well, I'm not sure I could have seen that coming, but it's game on now.
And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray here on the commentary position, joined by Lee Dixon. We're very excited to be able to bring you live action from Major League Soccer coming right up. It's the Philadelphia Union, and they take on the Los Angeles Galaxy.
Yeah, thank you, Derek. Real pleasure to be here. Looking forward to this game. Players will be a bit nervous. I was always nervous at the start of games. It's important you get your first pass off to your colleague, maybe get a good tackle in, settle the nerves down. Looking forward to a good game here.
And number 25, Il Signo.
Well, here is the lineup for the hosts today. A 4-4-2 with a slight tweak, maybe.
Yeah, it's all about the central midfield players in this formation, Derek. The two players, instead of playing next to each other, one will just play advanced of the other one. Very, very important that the wide players tuck in when they haven't got the ball to help that lone midfield player in the middle of the park.
And here's the starting 11 for the LA Galaxy. Pretty well balanced, this formation, Lee.
Yeah, it can be a 4-2-3-1 in the offensive mode, but it can also go back to a 4-5-1 when you're defending. The lone striker will be supported by the three just behind him, especially the number 10 who will be given a free role.
Thank you for attending. Have a great time at today's match.
And this confrontation is underway. Monteiro. Well, you know, most teams have a preferred way of playing. The visitors do like to press high. They try to force errors. Lee, do you anticipate seeing that from them in this game?
Yeah, I do, Derek, I really do. It's a brave way of playing, though, away from home. It just shows the confidence the coach has in this group of players.
And it's with Emiliano Insua. Javier Hernandez. Katai. Jonathan Dos Santos. Leggett. Crossing opportunity. He's played it over to the near post. And a harmless cross gobbled up. Klestian. Felcher. Katai. Hernandez. And moving the ball nicely. He could pick out a teammate. Katai. Going well. And whipped into the box. Well, the clip on a strong glove on the ball from the keeper. And here's Dos Santos. That's a very impressive piece of defending. Could be a chance to break here. Space and time for the cross. Wagner. And a very good challenge. Gonzalez. Alexander Katai. Insua. Christian Pavon. He has time to play it over. He's under real pressure here. Well, that's very smart defending, and now they have the ball again. Here's Leggett. Alexander Katai. And they continue to advance, and a lot of options here. And options in the centre. Useful cross towards the near post. Simple for the keeper. Just not looking confident in possession. Now Bedoya. He's given it straight to the opposition. Elliott. Alejandro Bedoya. Elliott. What a shocking pass, really. He continues his run. Crossing possibilities. Pavon. Well, that's the kind of play you want from your defender. Targets available, cross comes in. Aware of the threat, solving the problem. Will he finish? Absolutely magnificent goalkeeping.
Oh, he's almost turning away. He thinks he's scored. The goalkeeper doesn't.
Played into the centre of the box. Not messing around with that clearance. Here's Leggett. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Jonathan Dos Santos. Leggett. They do pass the ball with authority. Pavon. Can they get in behind them? Insua with it. Pavon. Pretty comfortable piece of defending. On the ball, Monteiro. Plenty of running room in the wide position. Will he play it in? A decisive clearance it was. Wagner. Alejandro Bedoya. Wagner. And that is how to block. Felcher. Alexander Katai. Sasha Klestian. Leggett. Hernandez. Oh, nice ball. It needs an accurate cross. Pavon. Gibilco. On the ball, Monteiro. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. Attending to his defensive chores. The post getting in the way there.
2 minutes of added time.
Alejandro Bedoya. He could pick out a teammate. Looks promising, this. In position to give them the lead, maybe. Well, that's fine goalkeeping. Real concentration. An opportunity to forge ahead from this corner situation. And now the delivery. Not fantastic defending. Let's see if it helps the opposition. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. And this confrontation is underway. Aware of the threat, solving the problem. Will he finish? Absolutely magnificent goalkeeping.
Oh, he's almost turning away. He thinks he scored. The goalkeeper doesn't.
Looks promising, this. Now that's fine goalkeeping. Real concentration. An opportunity to forge ahead from this. Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Jonathan Dos Santos. Dos Santos. Felcher. Katai. Sasha Klestian. Well, the fans enjoyed that pass. Pavon. Bedoya. Alejandro Bedoya. Good use of the ball, but can they trouble the defence? Must score! And somehow he prevents a goal.
Well, it looked a certain goal, Derek. The agility, the reflex is unbelievable.
He's driven in the corner. So it's going to be a goal kick here. Alexander Katai. An important interception. Alejandro Bedoya. Bedoya. Gibilco. Moving forward effectively. That's the kind of shielding play you expect from him. Well, a sloppy clearance. What can the opposition do with this? Pavon. Leggett. I must say, no shortage of space. Cross fired over. Well played in from the flank, but not to any great effect. Sasha Klestian. Klestian. Felcher. Katai. Crossing possibilities. Alexander Katai. And he has clear options in the middle. Pretty comfortable piece of defending. Now Bedoya. Alejandro Bedoya. Dangerous looking attack. Still pushing for that goal that would see them forge ahead. It could be up for grabs. Katai. They've given it away. A foul it most certainly was. Free kick given. That could well be his final warning. He's got to tread carefully from here on in.
Well, he has, yeah, but it's quite easy for the referees to throw yellow cards around willy-nilly, but not on this occasion.
Well, both teams have had substitutes swarming up, and now both will rely on their respective benches. And a goal kick given. Elliott. Monteiro. So 20 minutes to go.
So tight this game. Who's going to break the deadlock? Be brave, be a hero, take chances.
And that's an important intervention.
Be sure to purchase today's fan item of the game. A personalized scarf in team colors.
And the keeper's given it away inexcusably. It's there for him. Giving the ball away one moment and then making a fine save the next.
Yeah, we all make mistakes, don't we, Derek? On that occasion, it was the goalkeeper, but he made up for it.
Alejandro Bedoya still pushing for the goal that would put them ahead, but not forcing it. It's got to be! A goal it is, at long last. They've broken the deadlock.
Well, it's been so close, this game. Tactics have played a part. Now they're going to have to change the tactics and see what happens. We can take another look here. I'm sure the keeper is frustrated with the defending. Just afforded too much time in the box, and he's never going to miss that.
Well, let's go back to the goal that was scored. So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. Alexander Katai. Felcher. And they continue to advance, and a lot of options here. A bit sloppy in possession. Glesnes.
Well, just listen to the atmosphere, Derek. It's been such a tight game, but can they see this out now? The fans are certainly doing their bit.
Space and time for the cross. Well, clattered away. Bedoya. Fruitful looking attack. Good technique displayed. Looks promising, this. Straight at the goalkeeper then. And 5 minutes to go. Wooten. Can he take the chance? It's still alive. Insua. Dos Santos. And given away. The referee's verdict is 3 additional minutes. On the ball, Monteiro. Gibilco. It's opening up for them. It has to be. Wonderful block. Question. That's it. The referee brings the action to an end. In the final analysis, a really positive performance from this man, Lee.
He's always a man to watch for the opposition, but they couldn't keep tabs on him in that vital moment when he grabbed that goal.
And this confrontation is underway. Aware of the threat, solving the problem. Will he finish? Absolutely magnificent goalkeeping.
Oh, he's almost turning away. He thinks he scored. The goalkeeper doesn't.
Looks promising, this. Well, that's fine goalkeeping. Real concentration. An opportunity to forge ahead from this. Must score! And somehow he prevents a goal.
Well, it looked a certain goal, Derek. The agility, the reflex is unbelievable.
So it's going to be a goal kick here. Still pushing for the goal that would put them ahead, but not forcing it. It's got to be! A goal it is, at long last. They've broken the deadlock.
Well, it's been so close, this game. Tactics have played...